Here is my passion. Yes, come on. All right, we'll be starting. Is my internet down? Hmm. Is that legal? Is that crap? Okay. Testing. One, two, three. Testing. One, two, three. Oh no. Oh no. It seems we have some sort of audio issue going on here. It seems we have some sort of audio issue going on here. Oh no. Oh no. All right, let's see. I know that you folks can see me, but the issue is really with. All right, let's see. I know that you folks can see me, but the issue is really with. Uh, Baby, yeah, me. I wonder if I'll just have to like. I wonder if I'll just have to like. All right, test. Nope. I may have to disconnect my audio and reconnect my audio. Let's see. May have to disconnect my audio and reconnect my audio. Let's see. Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. That did not solve it. That did not solve it. So perhaps I may just have to switch. So perhaps I may just have to switch. Test. Hello. So we're no longer using my microphone audio. It seems like so we're no longer using my microphone audio. It seems like yeah, it seems like this thing is giving some sort of feedback issue. So I'm not sure how to actually resolve that. Well, so I'm gonna remove this. All right, then I'm gonna disable my stream, and let's see how that goes. Taking my stream off. All right, guys. So I do have at least. So what we're using right now is my standard microphone from my laptop, which obviously is not the best situation. So I have to figure out once again what's going on with that microphone, but that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, we are here. So yeah, we will move forward. I'm actually going to share the stream a little bit. Robin, I see it's just you here, I believe. Well, all right. It is shared. All right. Well, I guess I can move this out of the way because we're not really using that mic, but we do have our stream coming in just fine though. So, for now, we're just gonna have to work with what we can work with. I'm gonna test that out, and the next stream, hopefully, we'll have the proper microphone back up and running. But let's just deal with some of the things that we had planned, I guess. Just testing my audio. All right, that's good. That's good. We look good here. We look good there. Just want to test my. So let's see what's been going on with Origintrail this week. Did that work? All right, that's better. All right. Did that work? All right, that's better. All right. All right, let's do it. Let's go. All right, so great, beautiful, 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 beautiful. What we've got going on here, pretty much we're going to try to get caught up on what took place with Origintrail this week. Obviously, we have like a weekly stream thing going on here. And we really want to be able to
keep this active, right? Because I think that as while it's not very popping right now, obviously, it's not the biggest and greatest thing in the world. I think that as the Origintrail ecosystem continues to scale upwards, what we're going to see is uptake in this region. So we're going to see a lot more people participating in community events, like doing community things. So it's good that we keep the stream going. So this week, I don't think that there was a lot of news and details dropped by Origintrail. So I think we could just like pretty much just dive straight into that. There is no way. That is the craziest thing ever. Yeah, I'm like, what? Dude, when it rains, it pours. You know, even my screen wasn't showing this now. I mean, like, come on, guys. Come on. My mic, first, my mic. I should have just done a system restart or something, right? Anyway, so yeah, as I said, not a lot I think has been accomplished this week in terms of releasing news and whatnot. But I think from moving up pretty soon, I think should be getting a lot more active in the ecosystem, right? So um, yeah, so we'll just go back. I think this week is just the from the 8th. I think there was the announcement around robotics, right? I think we checked out this node on the staking website. That's yeah. That's they have a base node with about 5 million track in there. I think they also have a newer web node. Yep, there it is, with about 5 million track in there as well. Um, but in the I think the first weekly live stream we got back into, we did check all of that out. Like we checked out what they do. So there's obviously more to come in that area because I do need to like start putting some more content out there as relates to that. But honestly, I'm just focused on. I like doing this. I'm chill with this for now. Like if people are interested, if it adds value, it adds value. If it doesn't add value, it doesn't. You know, like I'll just not do it. But so our tool is out now, so people can generate interestingly convincing videos on AI. So I think what they're trying to do, whoops, I think that what they're trying to show is that obviously Origintrail using Humanitech Guardian, they can also protect people from pretty much getting their data corrupted and such like that, or identity stolen potentially. But you know what's pretty cool is the technology behind this using vid identifier. Like their whole concept is right up the alley of Origintrail, and for the future of AI, it's exactly what the kind of integrations we need. So this is one that I'm very excited about taking place because this isn't just okay, we're protecting people from stuff taking place on the web, right? No, there's a retail component to this particular product as well. So there is a potential that you as a user, you potentially will be interacting directly with this Humanitech Guardian agent yourself, but in your own repository of data. But at least that's what it was. That's what it seemed like to me when the guy discussed it. I forgot his name. Lately I have been really bad with names. But the Origin Trail team had an interview with him, and I think that their results will turn out to be pretty good. So yeah, that's just another thing to look forward to. So yeah, from there on, I don't think that there was much to get caught up on. No, yes, this was a really good post by Branamir, and you know, where is you know the song like the future? I love this song, even though it's my song. I still love it. All right, this post by Branimir was really good because um, I think he made a very interesting point, a very interesting claim, and not interesting. I mean, it's a factual claim, right? Let me share my screen. I don't think you guys can see that right now. So this point here is what I'm talking about. This post by Branimir. By now, it's clear to see that LLMs alone won't take us where we need to be, right? That's pretty much what he's saying. Um, Wait, 1 second. Preliminary hearings, I'm hearing my name calling. Preliminary pumping, I'm feeling a pump coming. They say famous, Amos. When they gonna drop our next video? Fingers on the stereo. Oh, oh. What's going on with this thing here? Give me a second. Pimp Snoke. Hey, ambiguousness confined to a wheelchair, but what do you care, right? Where you at, bro? Are you not the journalist that represents all of crypto? Well, what do I know? Maybe my bank account just ain't big enough to get them to announce that the announcement to be making about these. All right. Alrighty. So let's move it back. Yeah. So this post by Brandon was really good because the claim he made here, let's zoom in so you can see it. By now, it's clear that LLMs alone won't get us to superintelligence. They are masters of language, but not of logic. By the same principle, purely LLM based agents won't either. They can't weigh information for its truthfulness. To do that, they need to track data source reputation, track its provenance, and explain why one fact should be trusted over another. And we know that the truth problem with AI is going to be like not a big issue. It's going to be one of the biggest issues, right? This isn't something that it's a cool solution to try to think up, right? No, this in this particular case, this is something that is fundamental to AI for us to get AI to the point where it can reason well enough to absorb information. Like you as a human being, sometimes you go through life just making certain assumptions and knowing that certain things are just true because you know that, right? And you have a general understanding of how to weigh uh, the history relevant relative to what you're experiencing right now. So for these AIs, they don't have the ability to really know what is like true. So this is a very powerful use case that is coming for Origintrail to show its power, right? We're going to be able to not only do the configuration side of things, not only allow LLMs to do its hallucination superpowers, which is to create, right? Hallucination is not a flaw, it's a feature, but it can be uncontrolled, right? So it's good that it can use its brain to create, but we also need to anchor that in something. That creativity needs to be anchored in facts, and that's what Origintrail is bringing as well. So we have both. That's why on the Origintrail website, if we go to origintrail.io, right, and you scroll down, what you're gonna see is the left and right brain, right? Because the DKG brings this factual side of things. Creativity, that is natural, that is innate to LLMs. It's generative capabilities. So anyway, I think you should go check out Brandon's post here, read the rest of it, understand what's going on, and understand that Origintrail still has such a valuable value add to the world today, right? Even in its base state as it is right now, it's still appropriately aligned to facilitate a lot of things for humanity. So still a good so still something to continue to push, right? So I was really happy when Brandon May sent that out. Now we do have another now one thing is this. We've been oh no sir. I can only play my music. Right? But one thing in this, we have barely heard much about this aerospace industry, right? I don't think we really know like too much about what's going on here with like digital passports and all these different things. So I'm actually very excited to learn more about what this means. Primarily because there's something that people in the community are sleeping on, and not just the community, all of crypto, not just all of crypto, all of America, not just all of America, all of the West, not just all of the West, all of the world, but not just all of the world because China might already be on it. So that should give you a little hint of what I'm talking about, right? But people don't quite understand what's about to take place in the next year to 2 years. The amount of, in the words of my good friend John Kehoe, there's a difference between digitalization and digitization, right? I hope I nailed that, right? But fundamentally, what's going to take place across the board because of a new initiative is a lot of these digital ecosystems, cryptocurrencies, not just cryptocurrencies, but the ones that offer essential services, um, they're going to be seen as such a valuable thing. We're going to actually see these tools being integrated in the next 5 years, starting next year. Starting next year. So when you see Origintrail positioned like this at the EU level, and believe it or not, you know where most of these initiatives are starting out for the whole digital process? It's in the EU. So, yes, China is doing its thing. Yes, the US is now trying to catch up, but the UK, EU, Origintrail, these guys over here are very well positioned. So I can't wait to show y'all what I'm talking about as it relates to that. I can't wait to show you guys. Hello, my brother Giga. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, as it is right now, the streams we will. The reason why we are continuing onwards, man, this is a throwback of the century. Oh my gosh, this is a throwback. All right. Let's move on. So the reason why this is anyway, so as I release more of that, at least talk more about what's taking place at that foundational level across the globe. Um, People will be able to see why Origin Trail and ecosystems like them are actually quite well positioned. It feels a bit bearish right now. It feels a bit, like for example, I remember a time where everyone would be supporting anything done by community members and stuff like that, right? So right now, crypto is in a place where even though Bitcoin is high in price, crypto morale is to me is at an all-time low, right? It's such a weird place all of crypto is in, and I'm here for it because it's going to get shifted real quick in 2026 onwards. I guarantee it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Before anybody else really gets on it, crypto and 2026 crypto and the next 5 years is going to be absolutely fantastic. And this is where we're going to see Origintrail start shining, I believe. So I can't wait to talk more about that. I'm pretty excited about what's taking place also with Humanitech. And one of the reasons why I'm also excited about what's taking place with Humanitech is because when you get these small wins, and by small, this is by no means small as it relates to initiative, small as it relates to portion of the pie, because these are just such large entities. Like imagine them going all in, right? They own track, but imagine them really just going all in. Like for example, somebody like one of them becoming like the Michael Saylor of Origin Trail, right? Like, hey, I'm going all in, and that's what they do, right? So I think that these with the way how society is going from 2026 moving into 2027 and 2028 with the new regulations that's coming out that most people across the world have no idea is actually taking place. You're going to see entities like the Porsche family, who is already connected to Origin Trail. They're going to start trying to double down, right? I don't even know if they know what's taking place yet, right? And not to say that I know something, I just have a good focus in this arena because we've been doing this for so many years, right? So I'm able to know when the next shift is coming, and the next shift is coming very soon. And these entities, like the Porsche family, all the biggest players across the planet, they're going to start moving into the digital ecosystem. They're going to start moving heavily into the value adding ecosystems that are in crypto. The real builders, they're going to start getting plucked out quickly from crypto 2026 onwards. You may even start seeing this kind of behavior coming in from the end of 2025. But I think 2026 into 2027, that's where you're going to start seeing some very, 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 very crazy things in crypto. So I look forward to seeing how all of these other things evolve along Origin Trail, because most of the entities, the big, like for example, this Pharmagenesis ecosystem and project that we talked about last week, right? All of these players, these bigger players, they're getting into Origin Trail and they're moving into this ecosystem as first movers, right? These are forerunners. So even they among themselves, they don't always know if they're making the right decision in terms of what they're how to scale, right? So most of them say, hey, I need to see what the best is right now, and I need to start moving in that direction because we know where things are going, right? Or these are the people just making the early assumption, hey, I think that this is where things are going, so they have to move. So we're seeing big entities, right? Big organizations, big conglomerates start making these moves before other people, right? A prime example of this was BSI. If crypto becomes anything in the UK and crypto becomes a big thing in the EU and such, right? When you look at BSI, they've already dabbled their toes into Origin Trail, right? As these things become put law, as these things become digital assets of law, which is taking place, people, even the our older partners like BSI, they will have to double down. They will triple down. They will quadruple down, my friends, because they have the footing here already, and they will know that this technology works, right? So what I look forward to, the most impactful things for me right now, I'm looking very closely at Origin Trail, because the next decisions they make as it relates to efficiency of this network, ease of use of this network, and applicability of the relevance of the most upcoming use cases. They matter paramount. They are paramount to grabbing, to moving in the right direction in the first years of the big boom, I'm going to call it, or the Great Reset, right? As Charles Schwab called it. I think the Great Reset is now upon us, right? So the moves that Origintrail makes in the next in by the end of this year, moving into the midway of 2026, my friends, my eyes are just, I'm like a hawk, just watching to see what decisions are made. What is the focus? What is the plan? What's the vision? Because it's really important that we nail this down now. And again, I have a video, I have more videos that I'm planning to do that explains why I'm so bullish right now and why I expect such massive upturn in the next year or two. Not just for Origin Trail. I'm talking about all of crypto. And I'm talking about so massive that none of us really understood that this could have actually taken place. I think that was going to take place in the next couple of years. 5 years, long term, 1.5 years is where you're going to start seeing really a lot of like just crazy stuff taking place, right? And when you combine that with the acceleration of I think we're cooking up for something that's bombastic, like, and not just bombastic in the term, in the general sense that AI is going to be great. Hey, BRX buddy, how you doing? Busy all time high. Yeah, yes, brother Giga. I think, um, especially as it relates to AI and a particular integration that I think is slept on, right? But I don't want to talk about that integration yet because competitors be stealing. So I'm gonna wait. I want to wait until things are full, or until things are where they're supposed to be, and then I'm going to talk about why Origin Trail is making one of the best decisions that all of AI will see. Because the next phase of Origin Trail, I think, is going to be the most fun. And it's the phase of Origin Trail Amos Thomas, famous Amos, has been waiting for years. Because this is where Origin Trail becomes more than just what we've been advertising, right? People start putting their hands on this thing. So, bro, like, I am just ready. I am ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. So, step by step, we don't have to be perfect. I don't care about perfection. I have seen the power of stick to itness. We stick to it, and that's it. We of course, Bob himself, as he said that, I will take that, and I will put that in my trophy. So we will push until we can push no longer, and that's all we will do. That's it. So I think the next phase of Origin Trail, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of good growth in this ecosystem. And not just, I like how other people are doing things in the ecosystem. For example, right, I didn't even mention, we have BRX, who I didn't even realize why I didn't mention it, right? We have BRX here. In fact, many people are even saying, if you looked at the most recent price pump, let's look at the chart right here, right? And I know that you guys are having, the mic is not, because I'm not using my mic because it was having static issues, right? But let's look at this price pump. Let's look at the price of Origin Trail. Right? We were at 30 something cents. Right? Now, first of all, I just want y'all to know that these lines I drew on Origin Trail, I drew them almost 3 years ago. And I've never removed them from my chart. And this is how well I know Origintrail. Look at how this follows my lines perfectly. From 3 years ago, right? I just sit back and I know where Origintrail is going. So I don't have to stress, right? I know anything below here is absolute accumulation, right? This is just accumulation. Either way, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what BRX contributed, right? I think it was the 30th. Yep, the 30th of September, right? We started moving up. BRX posted on the 6th of October. So we pumped up before that post a little bit. But on the 6th of October, BRX posted, right? Right? He has almost 200,000 views on this post because he's been working with Credible. I don't know if you know who Credible is, but you guys should go check him out. He's a very big influencer. And after that, we could see a bit of price movement up in the upwards direction. And then Credible retweeted again, and we have some more up direction movement, right? But of course, what I'm saying is everybody is going to contribute, bring different things to this ecosystem. And I like how we have a whole facet, even Jim. We have Jim out here. Jim is always pushing. Look, he's always doing, you see, Origintrail token breakdowns, price charts, right? So we have people in the community who will support the ecosystem, and I think that as the next phase of Origintrail Insights, I think that we're going to see this on an even grander scale, right? Or at least that's my expectation, and that's what I'm working to make a reality. Um, so uh, fundamentally, I'm excited about the future um, of Origintrail. I'm excited about the community's participation, the community getting more active and actually doing stuff. I'm excited about Origintrail because there are things that they're doing that I think is beneficial to the entire ecosystem and is beneficial to everyone. So, what can oh here's a question: what can devs do to help build a more robust track ecosystem? Listen, my friend, for you as a developer who are asking about that, you're asking the right question, and trust me, I have so many answers for you very soon. But it's one of those things I will hush and be quiet about until the time is right. But just know that there is an answer and a path for that question coming very, very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be exciting. Trust me. Um, so yeah, wait. Oh, I'm way past. I said I was only going to do a half an hour stream about if we had nothing else to cover, but I ended up just going off on a crazy origin trail rant. Yeah, my bad, guys. So the latest news was yes, we have some updates from the Porsche family. Well, not really update. This is more like a recap. But again, I personally am really excited about knowing more about what's taking place with this. Like, we just don't know enough. And I just know that this is massive. Like, this is far bigger than what we think this is. So I just want to know details, details, details. I'm excited about knowing more about these things. What's actually going on there. So if you guys have any more questions, let me know. Any more suggestions, let me know. I did want to say that next week this stream will hopefully become a bit more diverse, and we'll be bringing in some more partners from the Auditor community. Um, and next week the stream should also be a bit more. I have a suggestion from BRX himself, the legend, that I should probably look at other verticals into integrating the stream. So I already saw it can be done, so I'm working on getting that done. So next week we'll be working closer with Origintrail community to get the stream active, um, because it's important that we get the community involved in something like this. Especially, I'm just the only reason why I'm hosting it here is because I'm really just trying to keep it going while I have some other things that I'm closing out. Um, um, so, but once I have those things kind of closed out, I'm able to focus more heavily on producing this content for the community. We can really go in. But we'll see where things take us. And if anybody else has anything they would like to contribute to the ecosystem and the stream, let me know and we'll just do it together. Next week, I hope to have this resolved. This mic issue was really annoying. I'm so mad that I couldn't use my mic. But this is that stuff that I'm saying, guys. I'm really frustrated about that equipment, man. It's always something. Every week it's something else. So anyway, I think I'm gonna call the stream here. I pretty much overspoke in my Origintrail rant. I kind of went in a bit hard on y'all, but nothing but love. Nothing but love. What have I been up to? Working on some stuff for y'all, Origintrail community members and core team. Um, uh, the kiddo is growing well. Daycare is a lot, but we'll keep that going as well too. For now, I just have to make sure that I cook more, man. It's a lot to take care of a kid. I hope you guys know if you're getting a kid, make sure you think about it. I did think about it, but man, you gotta prepare, you gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta do a lot. It's a lot, but it's the most rewarding thing on the planet. I would give everything up for my son. Actually, I kind of did it already. I kind of did already. There were opportunities for a lot of things that I had, even this year, that I just gave up for my son. And I will tell you, nothing else makes me happier than to be with my family, than to be praising my God, and I don't need anything else. So even this that I'm doing for y'all, I don't really have to do. I'm doing it because I want to contribute. I don't have to. In fact, some of the people, most people don't even like pay attention to anything that I'm really saying or doing. And that's fine. But I will continue to contribute because I want to. And wifey gave me a year to contribute to the Origintrail community before we have our next kid. So at the end of this year, at the end of this upcoming season, my contributions will likely cease again. And I will become a regular pleb like you wonderful folks. I will sit back and watch as you all make all of your money. I probably will not be making all of that money that y'all will be making, but I will be at least 10 to 15 times happier than y'all. Because listen, more money, more problems. Sorry, I'm recovering from COVID too. You see, life is just kicking my butt. Anyway, let me get on out of here. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye.